talk back.
How do you know what that is? You must do that, huh? Yeah, that's right. Don't talk back. What's up and good afternoon, guys. How are you? We are graced by Vic's. We are graced by Vic's presence today. Oh, buddy. Oh, hard-working Vic. Telling me to stop giving him crap, but what's the fun in that? We're here with another day. Oh, for those of you guys that know, my name is Alex here from Hoppos, and well, I am back with another video for you guys, right? So, if you guys don't already like, share, and subscribe, make sure you guys do all that. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and if you could do me the favor, share a video. It doesn't have to be this video, but a video that has helped you. If we did a video in the past about, rebuilding pumps or any type of tech stuff, if it helped you in any which way, please do me the favor and share that. And what we want to do is just spread the knowledge as much as we can. We're going to learn a little bit about these struts. We don't do too many of the strut stuff, but we have a strut job here. And the only reason we have this one in here right now is because it is a future SEMA build, which I say future is because we were kind of early as far as the SEMA crunch time, like people normally talk about. But we are actually here because we got two of them in the works. This one right here, this Skyline, 4-door Skyline, should be seen at the Shell oil booth. Then we also should have another one coming in if all goes well. It is going to be the new Ford Mach-E electric, and that one should be seen at the actual Ford booth. So we got big stuff, and as you know, if you guys follow me through all these videos and through all this crap I post, you guys should know that we got a lot going on. And while squeezing two SEMA builds in with the displays that, which if you guys watched the last video, they're literally sitting in the same spot. So we're meaning to get to all that, but we're just pulled in every which direction, and yeah, we're working on it, guys. That's why we're starting early, because of stuff like this. You guys saw that the Airlift company, or Airlift Performance, finally delivered the front struts. The back struts are already in, but we're going to finally tear into some of these boxes and do the correct adjustments we need on these rear struts to get that extra inch. This side the strut's in, but let me show you guys the other side. This side right here. Oh, well, someone let the jack down. Let me just get this kind of propped up here. It's a little hard to film and pump this guy up. Alright, so that's about as much as we're getting out of this. We didn't do any adjustments from what Airlift has sent. I wanted to check clearance as far as the settings that they gave it to us as the height. When I say settings, I'm talking about the overall height of the strut. We do have about 1 1/8 inch and a quarter extra room up there. So I'm actually going to pull this back tire off real quick. We're going to adjust these back struts, which should be taking all about 10 minutes for probably both sides. It's a really quick process, but we're going to knock that out real quick. Then we're going to jump on the front struts. Being that the front struts are obviously still in the box over there, we're going to get these guys in, and we're going to get the car dialed in on the bottom. So when I say dialed in, I want to get the rear done, I want to get the front done, I want to get the, I had to build some little brackets for the actual steel braided line that they give us, because they give you the line with a fitting, but there's no bracket to actually mount that. So I'm probably gonna do a little bracket. We'll get that mounted up safely out of the way, check turning radius and all that, and make sure there's no binding issues. Once we get the height dialed in, we're gonna run our air lines back, and from there get everything all clamped up. And once that's all clamped, the bottom is pretty much done. Now I want to show you guys. Yes, Vic, what do you want? Vic was actually talking. Let's get this on camera right here. Yes, Mija, what can I do for you?
You can do a lot of things for me. But you don't want to.
Oh, is it work related? What are we doing?
Get the gloves.
Snap them. Snap them and it turns me on. I'll do whatever you want. Ooh. All right. I'll be back. Give me 5. Yeah, all I need is 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Why?
That's all I need.
Okay.
We got 2 minutes for action, 3 minutes to get a water break and clean up. We are talking about the Skyline still, right? We're talking about cleaning. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, the Skyline. Yeah, we just need 5 minutes for cleanup, rehydration, because it's hot out here, obviously.
I remember once they told you cameraman, somebody told you cameraman, because you're always holding the camera and you ain't doing anything.
Sorry about that, guys. We got really interrupted because we got a FedEx pickup. We had a pallet going out. But like I was saying, we actually got graced by good buddies over at Universal Air. They actually took care of us on this very new item that hasn't yet to be released, but it is super sick, it is super cool, and we have one. I also want to say we think we were one of the first, if not the first, to actually get this, to put it in a vehicle, because we're early for SEMA. So we got lucky enough to have this here. I went and picked it up yesterday. Let me show you guys. Check out this tank right here. So we got a full machine billet end cap with an adapter plate. This adapter plate right here actually has 4 Allen screws that remove, and there's actually you can see there's fitting ports here, but if you remove this, there's actually 2 O-rings inside there, and then it's actually converted to straight out this way instead of 90'd out, which is really cool because it actually shrinks it down compared to having a fitting in here. So that's really cool, a really sleek idea. So that's one thing that's really nice. There's also an extra plug up here, but this tank is acrylic. It is clear. It is actually, well, I'm gonna call this frosted. This is actually frosted. It's what they're calling it too. It's a frosted tank. Again, Universal Air is the ones that took care of us. Oishi, Zach, thank you guys for taking care of us on this. We were very blessed to have this. We were excited to get this in the car. This was the last piece of the puzzle. Well, this is technically the last big piece, but we're actually still missing a few little items which we just ordered yesterday, and it's going to be the lighting, because these actually have built-in LED rings that go all the way around here. Same thing on that end cap, so pretty much one on this side, one on this side, and when you light this up, it's a full RGB mode. It gives you all the different colors, which is super sick. But we are missing the controller and the panel because we are early as far as the production stuff. When you guys purchase these tanks, they would actually come with them, but because we're early on this, they actually didn't have theirs yet, so we actually just ordered one. So that should be coming in a few days. Then once that comes, we're gonna actually link that into the car. And what's cool about that is we actually ordered extra set of LED lights and controller to control all those, so we can sync them all together. And when we sync them all together, I'm hoping we have one more piece of the puzzle, which I put out the request for last night late, and they already got back to me. I'm just hoping this could happen in time. The owner of the car doesn't even know about it yet, but we're doing some other cool stuff that hopefully will tie everything together in the trunk setup. Just hoping that other cool piece that we get gets here in time, or they could make it in time. So I talked to them, they said yes. Let's just cross our fingers, because you know how everything's been right now with the whole COVID, Corona, increase, product shortage, all that crap. You know how it's been. So let me see, hopefully we get that here on time. Let's get this airlift stuff. There we go. I don't got a, alright, this should work. Let's get this opened up here. Oh, a box in a box. Gotta love that. I got some stuff here. Not sure what that is. We'll open that right now. For right now, we're gonna put that here. And then, let's open this one up. What do we got in box number 2? Box number 2. This is a lot harder than it looks, guys. Filming and then trying to open it. Jesus. There we go. Don't mind the footprints. Alright. Boom. Very professional, nice instructions here. Don't need those. Don't need that. Let's get one of these bad boys out. There we go. Strut bag. That is going to be the front one. We did have to unfortunately go to the sleeve bag, but with the sleeve it actually gives us more clearance, so everything should clear. Now I just gotta see how this works. We gotta figure this out now. Okay guys, I lied to you. I said I wasn't gonna need the instructions, but I needed them. But we're done with them now. What we actually had to do is, because this is the Builder series, it actually, let me lay this against here. It only came with this flat plate here, and it came with this adapter here. But with this adapter here, what we did is actually use the front stock, pretty much perch plates or coil plates or strut plates, whatever you want to call them. We pulled apart the strut using the tops of them, and then we're just mounting it with the, hardware to the top. It gives the 2 rubber bushings to isolate any type of vibration. So that's all in there. That's all tight, but I just want to check it to see how tight this was supposed to be. And it says it's only supposed to be a 1/4 turn to a 1/2 turn past hand tight, which I find that kind of scary. But I did do it, but I did use a ton of Loctite. They did supply Loctite. I used so much that I ran out of that one and had to use my own. But it is tight. You can kind of see the Loctite seeping out of there. So just so you guys can see this process of it, we're gonna get this, we're gonna let it dry for a little bit. It's hot enough, it's probably gonna dry pretty quick, just so I don't, rotate or move it. And then we're gonna come in and set the height for the front right now. Well, got the strut back out. Wanna know why? Because it's freaking wrong. Oh, this is what I get for opening my mouth and saying this was an easy install. Let me slap this guy here real quick. Let me grab the stock one to show you what's going on. So here's this front stock strut that we blew apart real quick. Can you guys tell me the difference right here? This is reading like a 0.78, I believe it was a 0.79. And this is reading 0.55. We literally gave them all the freaking measurements for this, all the measurements. And on top of that, what they gave us was a universal fitment, which they had only one measurement to get this, one thing to get right, and was this, and it's not right. As you can tell, I'm a little irritated in my voice right now just because, because we waited weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on this. Actually, not even weeks, let's just say months, to get this, and it's wrong. So now I'm gonna try to hope to see if I could press this out and press this one out. I'm gonna have to try to remount some of this to get this in here, because we've had a phone call, or we've had phone calls and emails with this company. I didn't want to say the name now. With this company, and well, let's just say there hasn't been any contact back, which again, I kind of didn't want to use them in the beginning, to be 100% honest, but because our customer already had a really great relationship with them, we're going to use their stuff. I was trying to use the universal air stuff on everything just because we have such a great relationship with them and I know them and we talk to them one-on-one, and if they promise me something, 99.9% they're going to deliver for me. And well, that's that. So it's a little irritating. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this camera down before I start throwing stuff, because it's literally just, I know it's just one bolt hole. The problem is this doesn't look like, this looks like it's actually like melted in, not actually pressed in. I'm going to check it. But if I pop this out, I might ruin this. And if I ruin this and this piece becomes useless, then I'm gonna have to chase down a whole new strut to get this bottom assembly. Just because, airlift's not getting back to us. So I gotta kind of weigh out my options. I might try to press this one out first and see what we can do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we stand right now. So we kind of weighed out all the options here. It's been a few minutes, made some phone calls, did some research, and well, we're fucked. Especially because this car was supposed to be on the ground tonight. The issue we're having here obviously is this bolt hole, this inner diameter is a lot different than this one. I double checked myself thinking maybe I screwed up and I set the wrong measurements to airlift. Unfortunately, my measurements are right. I double checked here, and well, it just came down to they sent us the wrong piece. And the bad part is everything is universal here. It's literally one measurement they had to get right and they got wrong. Bad part, like we mentioned before, is they're not answering phone calls. But I did give a call to Zach over at Universal, and well, guess what? He was willing to help, but the bad part is we had to do all new struts because their thread pitch is completely different than Airlift's, which I kind of figured and assumed, but I just kind of shot my luck on it. And well, that's out of the option. So he told me to check with Megan. I called Megan about 5 times right now. It shows they're open. They didn't answer, so that's out of the question. This is aluminum. This is thin wall. Zach had recommended maybe sleeving this and using one of theirs, but it's such a thin wall here and we're worried about warping this, and if we warp this, then we're really, really screwed. So our closest thing and our safest thing, because we control it and we do it and we're the ones actually machining it, is get this solid chunk of aluminum, which luckily, guess what? I had 2 pieces of, which happens to be slightly bigger than the OD that we need here. We're gonna drill this out, press this out, do whatever we gotta do to get this crap out of here, and we're gonna have to machine a whole new piece. We are gonna get this car to SEMA. and I don't want to do it janky. I don't want to half-ass it like SEMA builds normally are. So we just got to machine it. It's going to take me probably an extra day, which I don't have that extra day, but somehow I'm going to have to find the time. The guys are going to have to get on it, and they're going to have to start helping to get this car done. We got a lot of other stuff in the works. I got off the phone with the owner. I mean, I've been playing phone tag in between all that. We just blew a line for the machine, and well, our machines are down now. So yeah, it's been a long day, guys. Just my luck, just my luck. Right when everything's starting to go smooth, I'm like smooth sailing from here, boom, this happens. So just gotta go overcome, just gotta get myself to relax and not get so pissed off, because it's such a stupid freaking mistake. But we're gonna make it happen, we're gonna make it work. We are not gonna let Neil down, we're gonna make this happen. So, time to get off the phone, get off recording, get this machined. Just kidding, moving too fast. Gotta get this out of here first, then we'll start machining. We're gonna try to press this guy out. Looks like so far it's working. Good old Craftsman coming in handy right now. Come on, baby. Tied it. Ah, beautiful. Might have broke 2 sockets, but beautiful. That, okay, I'm not gonna say that was easier than I thought, but that was easier than I thought.
Okay, you don't jig yourself.
Yeah, I think I just jinxed myself, guys.
Think that I'm a freak when I'm talking to myself, but it's like I was too weak to be someone else. You could think that I'm a creep when I'm singing all alone, but it's like I couldn't see straight on my own. When I fall, I start again, and when I feel like I'm just dead, and when I call, it comes again.
Well, after a lot of shavings and all the guys gone, we got our first piece. So luckily we had some bar stock here that was already cut, just a slug into the piece that we kind of need, the size more or less. With that, I was able to actually create a sleeve in a bushing out of aluminum that's going to actually slide right into the strut. That is a finished product right there. That beautiful. Man, I'm sweating, it is hot, but seeing this, it is worth it. I was deciding if I want to do this press in, but I didn't want to make it to where it was going to be too hard. So I made it at the exact size. I went 1/1000 under, so it slides right in very smooth. And well, with this being aluminum, he will actually get a longer lifespan out of this slide-in bushing rather than that polyurethane. I don't even know if that's real polyurethane, but out of that polyurethane bushing that came with the factory one. Not only that, it is going to stiffen the ride a hair, but I mean, you're talking about, it was like an 1/8 inch to like a 1/4 inch polyurethane on the outside of that inner sleeve. So if it does anything, it's honestly, no one's ever gonna freaking notice it as far as ride quality, because after I pulled it out, it was actually a lot less polyurethane than I expected. So that made me feel even better about doing this in aluminum. Doing it in aluminum, it just made it obviously easier. Being with the time crunch, we just lucked out that the material happened to be here. I have a whole bunch of scrap sitting on this side that this was something from a project previously, and well, it worked out for us. It saved our freaking butts right now. I also just test fitted it on the car, just with this sleeve like this, and it fits in there freaking perfect. Yeah, I couldn't be more pleased. I'm sweating. It is hot. When we close these doors right now, it's 103, so I've been pounding waters right now. But the good news is we got one done. The bad news is I got one to go. It's probably officially about 7 o'clock right now. I could probably knock one of these out in about 45 to an hour. Now I know the measurements and how far I gotta take this thing. So yeah, the next one, this one took me about 1.5 to 2 hours with setup and finding the right tooling. But now the next one will fly by. So you guys saw we got one done, but I'm not going to bore you with another long time lapse of the second piece, but it is being machined right now as we speak. And well, one done, one to go. A lot more time involved into fixing this issue, but we're going to make it right. We're going to make it better. We're going to make it stronger. And well, and we don't have to wait, and I can control it ourselves. All right, guys, we are finally done. Got both pieces all machined up. Got a 1/4-inch lip on both sides. That way it fits against the spindle stud or spud, whatever you want to call that guy. Both those all machined up. The fitment is great. There's no wiggle. Slides in beautifully. And there you guys go. Machined it out by hand. You guys saw by the time lapse. But those two are done. What I'm going to do is, yeah. So there's this little hole down here. I'm going to actually drill this and tap this. I'm going to put a set screw in here. I mean, it's not necessary because it's going to be smashed up against it, but it'll make me feel better. Just so I know there's a little bit of stability in this. But yeah, I'll put a little set screw in here. That way it holds this guy in place. We'll upgrade that one and we'll get these back on. We'll get these test fitted and adjusted to tire height tomorrow. Get the sucker on the ground. I am tired of seeing it up on jack. Absolutely tired of seeing it on jack stands. So yeah, gotta get this thing going. It is hot. We're sweating. It's still 96 degrees in this building. All the doors are closed. There's no ventilation. Sweatier than Satan's asshole right now. So time to go home. But before I do that, I actually still have to stop and do a run. I gotta get some copper fittings and copper pipe because we had an airline burst on us. Well, not burst. It blew the braze or the soldering or brazing, whatever it's called. So I gotta go get some material to get that all fixed. It's our second one in 2 days. I don't know if it's the temperatures or what. We double checked the compressor rating is good, but we blew a copper line. This isn't anything that we put in here. This is all what was in here prior to us coming in here. So yeah. Thank you guys always for liking, sharing, subscribing. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you guys head on over to our Instagram. If you guys don't already follow us on Instagram, my personal Instagram is Hoppos_Alex. The boss man's Instagram is Hoppos_Inc. Oh, I forgot my water. And jump on there. Website www.hopposonline.com. If you guys ever need any product, you guys need tech support, we have a lot of videos on YouTube if you guys haven't already seen them. But if you guys still need some more help on that, shoot us an email. We'll answer those when we can. And yeah, thank you guys always. You guys have a great one. I'm out.